There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey & Glasser and by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Well, thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We are at our home at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston, and if you like colorful characters, we have them for you on this show. Later on during our next hour, Mr. Stephen Kellogg has come down from New England to be with us along with his band. Peter Case has come to see us from out in San Francisco. He's lived out in the West Coast for a good while. Coming up from Texas, songwriter, singer, novelist, and politician Kinky Friedman is here. Also, coming up to see us from Nashville, Mr. Will Hoge is here, back with his band. Some great stuff on the show, and we're going to start out with a bang, with a woman who's been on the show twice, but not as a solo. She was on with the Great Lakes Swimmers from up in Canada, where she is from. And she is with that band. She's with actually several bands. She's a member of the Great Lakes Swimmers and Belle Star, and also a duo called Harrow Fair. She has her own record label. She put out her first solo album last year on Roaring Girl Records. And she's played fiddle with so many people of different styles, from folk music to indie rock to Celtic music. And she's got a great voice. Everything about her is just all talent. Please welcome, for the first time solo on the Mountain Stage, Miranda Mulholland.
Don't sing love songs. She's sleeping here, right by my side, and in her right hand, a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. Oh, men are false, so says my mother. They'll tell you Don't sing love songs, you wake my mother. She's sleeping here, right by my side, and in her right hand a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. Thank you so much. My name is Miranda Mulholland, and I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I'm so proud to be down here in West Virginia on Mountain Stage. This is such a treat. I don't know if you're up on politics. I know that sometimes I think Americans just think of Canada as your hat, but we have some big news in Canada at the moment. We have a new government. We have a new prime minister. And ladies, if you haven't Googled Canada's new prime minister yet, do yourself a favor. I've had the pleasure of touring with Stephen Kellogg over the last week, opening up for him and playing in his band, and it's been such a treat. He has all these amazing songs of joy and hope, and it's really inspirational. But I've recently read of all these this new legislation in sets, and you can't just have a whole night of music of inspirational music. So that's why they brought me in to sing sad songs of depressing love. So without further ado, this is another one. This is off my record, Whipping Boy, and it's called Emmeline. Over, but you've cut your teeth on his heart, and your memory clings like the strands of a spider web, slowly pulling me apart. Oh, jealousy's cunning and cruel. It destroys me, not the memory of you. Tunes that you played, and jealousy grows like the cracks on a fault line, slowly pushing him away. Oh, jealousy's cunning and cruel. He destroys me, not the memory of you. Doubt's got its claws in my heart, and jealousy grows in my soul like a cancer, slowly tearing me apart. And jealousy grows in my soul like a cancer, slowly tearing me apart, slowly tearing me apart.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, we're bound away, across the wide Missouri. Tis 7 long years since last I've seen you. Away, you rolling river. 'Tis 7 years since last I've seen you. Away, we're bound away, across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river. For her I'd cross your raging water. Away, we're bound away, across the wide
Thank you. Thanks for letting me borrow your folk song. I'd like to take a second to introduce this gentleman to my left, the legend, the mustache. He plays with many other musicians. I had to personally phone Ray LaMontagne and Josh Ritter and say, you know, I'm playing Mountain Stage, you gotta lend me Zachariah Hickman. I didn't really call them. I just borrowed them. This is a Canadian folk song, and I'd love to play it for you. This is our last song. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Miranda Mulholland.
She's like the swallow that flies so high. She's like the river that never runs dry. She's like the sunshine on the lee shore. She loved her love and she'll love no more. 'Twas out in the meadow this fair maid did go, picking the beautiful primrose. The more she picked, the more she pulled, until she had her apron full. She climbed up on the hill above to give a rose unto her love. She gave him one, she gave him three, she gave her heart for company. And as they sat on yonder hill, his heart grew hard and harder still. He has two hearts instead of one. She said, young man, what have you done? How foolish, foolish you must be to think I love no one but thee. The world's not made for one alone. I take delight in everyone. She took her roses and made a bed, a stony pillow for her head. She laid her down, no words did say, just let her roses fall away. She's like the swallow that flies so high. She's like the river that never runs dry. She's like the sunshine on the lee shore. She loved her love and she'll love no more. She loved her love and she'll love no more. She lost her love and she'll love no more.
Along with Zachariah Hickman on guitar and bass, Miranda Mulholland right there, playing the violin and singing the songs. I'd like to bring on Julie Adams and the Mountain Stage Band. Ron Soul is the leader of our band. He's back there on the acoustic guitar. Our other guitars are Ryan Kennedy, Michael Lipton, Bob Thompson over there on the piano. Ahmed Solomon plays the drums. Steve Hill plays the bass. And they've chosen a classic tune, a song by Johnny Rivers. Bet you remember it. It's called Mountain of Love. Say hello to Julie Adams.
Standing on a mountain, looking down on a city, the way I feel, it's a doggone pity. Teardrops falling down a mountainside. Many times I've been here, many times I've cried. We used to be so happy when we were in love, high on a mountain of love. Night after night I'm standing here alone, weeping my heart out to cold gray dawn, hoping that you're lonely and you'll come here too, hoping just by chance that I'll
Julie Adams, Johnny Rivers, the Mountain Stage Band, Mountain of Love. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Philadelphia, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia, from newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at gotowv.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you missed part of this Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, you can visit the podcast section of our website, mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, as well as the complete finale song. So take a moment to subscribe, if you will, and rate and review the show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Our next guest started coming to see us about a dozen years ago. He's certainly one of the best blue-collar roots rockers in America. He's got a country flavor, too. His songs can fit on either chart. And Will Hoge is from down in Franklin, Tennessee, lives around Nashville. He's got a new CD called Small Town Dreams, which is a perfect name for a collection of his songs. Recently, you might have heard some of the successes that he's had. Eli Young Band had a #1 hit on Even If It Breaks Your Heart, a song he co-wrote. And you might have even heard one of his tunes, Strong, on a Chevy commercial. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Will Hoge.
Thank you. There's a full moon shining on a broken home. There's a fool drinking whiskey and it's almost gone. And if I had a dime for every tear I lost, I could buy that moon and just turn it off. One more trip around the block, one more hour off the clock, one more wasted afternoon, missing you, missing you. Another night not worth a damn, another day and here I am, wishing I was through, missing you, missing you. If I could build myself a time machine, I can move on past your memory, stumble into love with someone new. But that's 3 things that I can't do. One more trip around the block, one more hour off the clock, one more wasted afternoon, missing you, missing you. missing you. Another night not worth a damn. Another day and here I am, wishing I was through. Missing you, missing you. Someday soon you won't cross my mind. Someday soon might be a long, long time. One more trip around the block, one more hour off the clock, one more wasted afternoon, missing you, missing you. Another night not worth a damn. Another day and here I am, wishing I was through. Missing you, missing you. I can't wait until I'm through. Won't you take me with you, darling? I don't want to stay, 'cause this place just keeps on getting sadder ever since you went away. And I smell you on this pillow as I lie here in our old bed with a bottle and a Bible. I just pray I might get some rest. But when I get my wings, I'm gonna fly back home to you. Go ahead and you can tell St. Peter, open up, I'm coming through. And I put you in that blue dress, in a new pair of high heel shoes, and a photograph of two love-drunk kids on the day that they said I do. 57 years of memories fall like the rain comes down, and I could not help myself but cry as they laid you in the ground. But when I get my wings, I'm gonna fly back home to you. Go ahead and you can tell St. Peter, open up, I'm coming on through. Bring it way down. And every Sunday I kneel down to pray that I won't be alone. And every night I lay down and hope I'll wake up back in your arms. Oh, but when I get my wings, I'm gonna fly back home to you. Go ahead and you can tell St. Peter, open up, I'm coming on through. Just as soon as I get my wings. One more time now. Soon as I get my wings. Thank you, Mr. Patrick Stevens over here on the lead guitar. Well, it's always a pleasure to get to come back here and play for you guys. This is one of those experiences that we always jump at the chance at. And there's always a moment during the show where I realize we should never come and play here again. Because, and I'll tell you why, because that grand piano sounds fantastic. And we're not at a place where we can travel with a grand piano yet. So it's kind of a spoiling moment every time. Then for the next 5 shows, we listen to our crappy little Roland keyboard, and I go, oh man, this sucks. So we will be soaking up the beautiful sound of the grand piano this evening. This is a song from that new record. This is called Little Bitty Dreams. I spent my small town Saturdays watching a big old movie screen, hoping someday I'd be up there living all my dreams. And I could be a Hollywood hero, make the girls all smile and weep, hope that someday they might have a boy like me. And I remember playing baseball, standing on a pitcher's mound, thinking someday fastball might get me out of this town. Maybe I could wear the pinstripes, be a Yankee true and proud, but all that seems a million dreams away right now. 'Cause I met you and I knew my big dreams were done. I'd settle down in this same small town and swear you were the one. Some might call it giving up, but it don't feel that way to me. I think it's just the two of us in our little bitty dreams. I remember I first met you. Oh, how you love to dance. Said you'd be a ballerina if you just had the chance. Maybe go to some big city where nobody knows your name. Bathe in all the bright lights, find your fortune and fame. When I met you and I knew your big dreams were done, we'd settle down in the same small town. You'd swear I was the one. Some might call it giving up, but it don't feel that way to me. I think it's just the two of us, our little bit of dreams. I remember you first told me a baby boy was on the way, and everything I thought I wanted, it just washed away. When I met you and I knew my big dreams were done, I'd settle down in the same small town and try to raise a son. Some might call it giving up, but it don't feel that way to me. I think it's just the three of us in our little bit of dreams. Thank God it's just the three of us Thanks so much. There's a wonderful story that I like to tell with this next song, but it's about 25 minutes long, and that's long even for Todd Snyder standards at this point. So I will save that for another time, or maybe come out after the show and I can explain to you about the haggard old fella that gave me all of my gambling advice that has served me so well in my life, how to maintain playing blackjack and have a successful marriage. They don't always go hand in hand. But this is the story if I had not heeded this old man's advice. It's called Daddy Was a Gambling Man. So. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't fool around. When he plays in town, he just goes for broke. But when he is away, she can't help but feel the chill. 'Cause Daddy is a gambling man, but Mama loves him still. And she counts her blessings while he counts his cards. The only other girl in his whole wide world is the Queen of Hearts. She knows he can't quit, he just hasn't got the will. Daddy is a gambling man, but Mama loves him still. Mama said love comes with a price. It's a turn of the cards, it's a roll of the dice. She's always waiting when he comes back home. She tries to hide the tears as he says, my dear, the money's all gone. But as he lays sleeping, she goes to pawn a wedding band and bring him back the money. Pray for a decent hand. She prays that their luck will change, but knows it probably never will. 'Cause Daddy is a gambling man, but Mama loves him still. Well, thank you so much. It is, as I said, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited for all of the guests, in particular my friend Stephen Kellogg, who's been a friend of mine for a long time. And he lives up north. I can't convince him to move to Nashville, Tennessee yet. I'm doing my best, but we don't get to spend near as much time together, so I'm fired up about seeing him. And just want to say thanks to Mountain Stage for bringing us together. This is a fun day for us. And this song is much more of a Saturday night song than a Sunday afternoon song, but we are going to attempt time travel. We can either go back to last night or forward to next Saturday. Doesn't matter to me. It's up to you. But thank you for having us. Here we go. Heaven church bells ring. Saturday night spill into Sunday again. Tell you that I'm sorry and I know it's a sin. It's the last time I do it till I do it again. I woke up this morning and it's just the same. Head pounding like a coal-fired train. Empty bottles scattered all across the floor. Whose house is this? I can't find the door. Oh my, the church bells ring. Saturday night spill into Sunday again. Tell you that I'm sorry and I know it's a sin. It's the last time I do it till I do it again. Last time I do it till I do it again. I don't know why I keep running. I don't know why I can't slow down. Oh, but I can't slow down. Think tonight I might slow it down. Have a nice quiet evening instead of going downtown. But the call of the women, whiskey and wine, make a fool out of me every damn time. Oh my, the church bells ring. Saturday night spill into Sunday again. Tell you that I'm sorry and I know it's a sin. It's the last time I do it till I do it again. Oh my, the church bells ring. Saturday night spill into Sunday again. Tell you that I'm sorry and I know it's a sin. It's the last time I do it till I do it again. Last time I do it till I do it again. Last time I do it till I do it. Oh, you know I do it again. I do it again and again. Oh. Thank y'all so much.
Will Hoge right there, and his band from down in Nashville. Small Town Dreams. You heard him mention that new CD, Small Town Dreams. Did some songs from that. Yeah, you need to go out and see him if he comes to your town. He gives a great, great show live. He can do it acoustic, he can do it electric, but the songwriting works any way he decides to do it. Hope that you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org, and you can find links to our podcast. You can also follow us on just about every form of social media. And of course, we hope you come to see us live wherever we are. This week we're home in Charleston, but we go on the road often. You can find out where we're going to be and get your tickets right there on the website. Love to have you as part of the audience. That's mountainstage.org. We're going to end this hour with one of the most interesting men in America, songwriter, singer, a novelist, a man who's run for president, run for governor of Texas. He's famous for his first band, the Texas Jew Boys. He's written some incredibly interesting songs, including one, believe it or not, that was Nelson Mandela's favorite song for many years. References the Holocaust, called Ride 'em, Jew Boys. But for the first time in 39 years, he made a new record called The Loneliest Man I Ever Met. He's written some songs on there, co-written some, and he's chosen some by everybody, some of his friends. Merle Haggard, Bob Dylan, and Willie Nelson sings a duet with him to start it off. I'm telling you what, folks, it's great to have him back. It's been way, way too long. Please welcome back to the mountain stage, Mr. Kinky Friedman.
Gather round me, children, a story I will tell about pretty boy Floyd, the outlaw Oklahomer, knew him well. 'Twas in a town of Shawnee on a Saturday afternoon, with his wife beside him in a wagon. It was into town he rode. Well, a deputy sheriff called him in a manner rather rude, using vulgar words of language, and his wife she overheard. Pretty boy grabbed a lock chain, the deputy grabbed a gun. In the fight that followed, he laid that deputy down. He took to the woods and timbers, he lived a life of shame. Every crime in Oklahoma they laid unto his name. He took to the river bottoms along your North Canadian shore, and many a starving farmer opened up his door. From many a little farmer the same old story goes, how Pretty Boy paid their mortgage and he saved their little home. They tell about a stranger who came to beg a meal, and underneath his napkin left $1,000 bill. In Oklahoma City it was on a Christmas day, come a whole wagon load full of groceries and a note on which did say, you say that I'm an outlaw, or you say that I'm a thief. Well, here's a Christmas dinner for your family's own relief. Now round this world I've rambled, I've seen many funny men. Some will rob you with a 6-gun and some with a fountain pen. But as through your lives you ramble, boys, as through your lives you roam, you'll never see an outlaw drive a family from their home. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been a financial pleasure. Thank you very much. Folks, here's the title track of the new record, The Loneliest Man I've Ever Met. We've been traveling around the country in a vehicle we call the loneliest van we've ever met. And singing this song is about my old friend Tom Paul Glaser, who, Tom Paul wrote Streets of Baltimore. He also had the hit of the Shel Silverstein written song, Put Another Log on the Fire. And he was a huge establishment success, but he chose to throw it all away, to burn every bridge he had to join Willie and Waylon and Billy Joe Shaver and the outlaw movement. And he kind of became maybe a bit of an unsung hero in it, but let's... I know you don't have glasses out there, but lift your glasses, one and all. Drink a toast to the great Tom Paul. Last night he had 'em in his hands, kept 'em laughing till they left him there with nothing but the bottle and the bill. And though it was the happy hour, it wasn't any fun, 'cause the party again was just a party of one. The neon lights were dying as he tried to find his feet. He heard a newsboy crying as he stepped out on the street. Extra, extra, mister, read about the latest war. I bet who needs burning bridges at 4:15? And he swore into the mirror as he killed a cigarette, I'm the loneliest man I ever met. He watched a wired and weary face reflected on the glass. He dropped another quarter down and watched the pinball flash. And far away a jukebox played a mournful country song. And Nebraska passed before his eyes and melted in the dawn. And he swore into the mirror as he killed a cigarette, I'm the loneliest man, I'm the loneliest man, I'm the loneliest man I ever met. Thank you very much, folks. This is a song about the Native American who raised the flag at the Battle of Iwo Jima. After the battle, his name was Ira Hayes. I don't know how many of you know the Native American Thanksgiving prayer. If you don't know it, it goes like this. Thanks for nothing. This then would be the true story, the ballad of Ira Hayes. Gather around me, people. A story I will tell about a brave young Indian lad you should remember well. From a tribe of Pima Indians, proud and peaceful band. They farmed the Phoenix Valley out in Arizona land. Down their ditches for 1,000 years the sparkling water rushed, till the white man stole their water rights and the running water hushed. Ira's folks was hungry, their fields grew thick with weeds. Back home, nobody cared what Ira had did. It's absolutely amazing. You know, Willie Nelson smokes maybe a buttload of dope every day, and he never forgets a line or misses a note. We're gonna keep this one going. We're gonna. This is now performance art. We can do it. Well, they battled up Iwo Jima Hill, 250 men. But only 27 lived to walk back down again. And after the fight was over and Old Glory proudly raised, among the men who held her high was an Indian, Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not that whiskey drinking Indian or Marine who went to war. Well, Ira Hayes returned a hero, celebrated throughout the land. He was wined and speeched and honored. Hell, everybody shook his hand. But he's just a Pima Indian. No food, no friend, no chance. And back home, nobody cared what Ira did. And when do the Indians dance? Well, Ira took to drinking hard. Jail often was his home. They used to let him raise the flag there and lower it, just like he'd throw a dog a bone. And Ira died drunk early one morning, all alone in the land he'd fought to save. 2 inches of water in a lonely ditch was a grave for Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not that whiskey drinking Indian or Marine who went to war. Yeah, I'll call him drunken Ira Hayes, but his land is still as dry. And his ghost, well, it's lying there thirsty in the ditch where Ira died. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not that whiskey drinking Indian or Marine who went to war. Thanks, folks. Thank you very much. Hey. Folks, I got a Christmas card, and I'd like to share it with you. It's a Christmas card from a hooker in Minneapolis. Hey, Kinky, I'm pregnant and living on 9th Street, right above a dirty bookstore on Euclid Avenue. And I stopped taking dope, and I quit drinking whiskey. And my old man plays the trombone, works out at the track. He says that he loves me, though it's not his baby. He says that he'll raise him up like it was his own son. He gave me a ring that was worn by his mother. He takes me out dancing every Saturday night. Hey, Kinky, I think about you every time I pass a filling station. Account of all the grease you used to wear in your hair. Still have that record, Little Anthony and the Imperials. Someone stole my record player. Now, how do you like that? Hey, Kinky, I almost went crazy after Mario got busted. I went back to Omaha to live with my folks. Everyone I used to know was either dead or in prison. So I came back to Minneapolis. This time I think I'm gonna stay. Hey, Kinky, I think I'm happy for the first time since my accident. I wish I had all the money we used to spend on dope. I'd buy me a used car lot, wouldn't sell any of them. Just drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel. Hey, Kinky, for Christ's sakes, if you want to know the truth of it, I don't have a husband. He don't play the trombone. And I need to borrow money to pay this lawyer. and kinky hay. I'll be eligible for parole come Valentine's Day. Joe Cerati from New Jersey. If I made a wish for every sacred star falling just outside of heaven's window, if I had the songs from Willie's old guitar and the dreams I left behind me on my pillow, and if I gave it all to you, if I took the fall for you, could you make it spring? Lady, yesterday you smiled just like a lover and a friend. Lady, yesterday you danced like it was yesterday again. They say that love's a paper boat upon the sea. They say that love is a reflection on the river. They say that love's a thing that's never meant to be. They say that love's a thing that's meant to be forever. And if I gave it all to you, if I took the fall for you, could you make it spring? Lady, yesterday you smiled just like a lover and a friend. Lady, yesterday you danced like it was yesterday again. Thanks, folks. Thank you very much. Hey, folks, remember, if you're driving this evening, don't forget your car. Lord. Here's a song by a friend of mine from L.A., that's where I knew him, named Warren Zevon. How many of you know Warren Zevon? Well, I see this now as a kind of visionary song. Warren knew he was dying of cancer. This is not just a song about one man dying of cancer. I think he has very accurately described the state of our country and the world. Unfortunately, we can't even mention the title of the song to most media outlets or radio or television or newspapers or whatever, but we can do it for you. And let us then do Warren Zevon's great song, My Bleeps Bleeped Up, basically, is about as good as we're going to get for the moment. Joe, you ready to take this booger home? Okay, let's go, baby. I went to the doctor, said I'm feeling kind of rough. He said, let me break it to you, son. Your shit's fucked up. I said, my shit's fucked up. Well, I don't see how. He said, the shit that used to work, it won't work now. I had a dream, oh shucks, oh well. Now it's all fucked up, it's shot to hell. Yeah, my shit's fucked up, has to happen to the best of us. Rich folks suffer like the rest of us, it'll happen to you. Well, amazing grace sort of passed you by. You wake up every day and you start to cry. You want to die, but you just can't quit. Let me break it on down. It's the fucked up shit. My God. Thank you, Mountain Stage. Thank you very much. Joe Cerati.
Kinky Friedman along with Joe Cerati there on the guitar. That new one, The Loneliest Man I Ever Met, his first studio album in 39 years, and he sings some very profound songs. Sometimes there's only one way to say certain things. And you on the radio, you understand, we can't put it on the radio like that. But somehow you might have guessed what he said. If you'd like to write to us at Mountain Stage, Larry at Mountain Stage is our email address, and we'd love to hear from you. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over KSBA, Coos Bay, Oregon. We'd also like to welcome our new listeners at South Carolina Public Radio. Thanks so much for listening. Hope that you'll be with us next time. We have a rebroadcast from last year featuring St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Junior Brown, Catherine Russell, Amy LaVere, and Marty Jones. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. If you're just tuning in, a special hello to you. We're so glad you joined us. We think you will be too. During this hour, we're going to be hearing from Stephen Kellogg and his band. We're going to begin with a good friend of ours, been coming to see us since 1989. Originally, he's from outstate New York, but he moved to California as a young man and lived in Los Angeles for a long time. Now he's back up in San Francisco, which makes sense to me because he started out there with the Nerves and I think the Plimsolls and went down to Southern Cal. But I always think of Peter Case kind of as a man with a beatnik soul. He's sung on the streets. He's a fine writer, and he's a great single performer or with the band. I think he's going to use our band a little bit, but he can do it either way. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage. This latest one is called Highway 62, Mr. Peter Case.
Thanks a lot, man. Okay. Well, I got this new album out. It's called Highway 62, and it's a two-lane road that runs from El Paso, Texas to Niagara Falls. And you've probably all been up and down it a few times. But I grew up one block off it, but I've been up and down. But here's a song about a place up in California. It has nothing to do with Highway 62. I don't know why I even brought it up. But it's a place up on the border up there. It's called Pelican Bay, California. And you'd think it was it's a beautiful place to go on a vacation, except for the fact that there's a prison up there that's got 6,500 people in solitary confinement. So this is about that. It's called Pelican Bay. A convicted full-time burglar made a prison break. He lasted 3 weeks on the run, got as far as the next state. So they brought him back and sentenced him to 15 years of hell. Sent him to the shoe at Pelican Bay in a solitary cell. Well, he said there's nothing to it, to himself as they slammed the door. On an 8x10-foot cubicle, a bed and not much more. It's the Pelican Bay Supermax, no calendar to count the days of endless isolation, lost in a one-room maze. Now there's 2 million people in prison tonight in the USA, 80,000 in solitary and a hunger strike on Pelican Bay. Well, day and night, fluorescent light, no window for the sun. They shove your food in through a slot so you never see no one. It's a 23-hour lockdown under their control. You never leave, you can hardly breathe, it rots away your soul. Now there's 2 million people in prison tonight in the USA, 80,000 in solitary and a hunger strike on Pelican Bay. Well, he made himself a chess set out of blanket lint, but the guards were feeling angry, so they confiscated it for the slightest of infractions extracted from his cell. Pretty soon he got a broken jaw, and the guy just says he fell. Now there's 2 million people in prison tonight in the USA, 80,000 in Supermax and a hunger strike on Pelican Bay. Well, it ain't no kind of justice, it's a system of abuse. There ain't no courts watching over it, politicians say what's the use. We got the highest rate of incarceration in the world, half the prisoners are black. Well, it's a brand of slavery, everybody knows the deck is stacked. Now there's 2 million people in prison tonight in the USA. 80,000 in solitary and a hunger strike on Pelican Bay. Pelican Bay, oh Pelican Bay, Pelican Bay. Pelican Bay. All right, thank you. Best thing that can happen to a singer-songwriter in the United States is currently, if you write like a real heartfelt love song, and they pick it up on a big vampire show. And that's what happened with this one. This got picked up on True Blood. And you know how they play your song in a scene, and this one, two shapeshifters were making love on a pool table. Which is weird, because that's exactly what I was thinking about when I wrote the song. Now you can think about it. And so hold on now. Two angels. That must have been two angels. Or was it you and me? That must have been two angels. Or was it you and me? Now those angels have flown, left us here all alone. How can it be? We fell in love the night we met. We fell in love the night we met. How those angels of love come down from above, I can't forget. That must have been two angels. Or was it you and me? That must have been two angels. Or was it you and me? Now those angels have flown, left us here all alone. How can it be? The wind through the leaves was a whisper inside. Wind through the leaves was a whisper inside. All the stars in the night were angels alive for you and I. That must have been two angels. Or was it you and me? That must have been two angels. Or was it you and me? Now those angels have flown, left us here on our own. How can it be? Now those angels have gone, left us here to carry on. How can it be? There must have been two angels. There must have been two angels. There must have been two angels. Thank you. Now, play another one off this new album. I just recorded this new album for Omnivore Records, and Ben Harper plays lead guitar on it. DJ Bonebreak from Axe is playing drums on the record. Anyhow, this is a song off the new thing, and from Arriaga, Chiapas, on a train called the Beast, trusting our lives to the ones from the east. The coyote dropped us, and on the same day, the border cops caught us and they locked us away. We need water, water from a storm, living water. Now a 6-year-old child is facing a judge, but you can't have a lawyer and the mayor won't budge. They want to deport her though her parents have died. If they send her back now, it'll be homicide. She needs water, water from a storm, living water, water from a stone. On streets paved with diamonds and gold, you hold your head high, but the future's been sold. The temperature's rising way up in the sky. This is Indian land, only yours by a lie. Back in the Mission, the murals shine bright, but the artists who made them were evicted last night. And the landlord's crazy, it don't make sense. He's running out the tenants and raising their rents. He needs water, water from a stone, living water, water from a stone. Send me, you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor. The wretched refuse from your teeming shore. On your liberty statue, the words are so clear. Have they been erased now? The future is here. So you're making 6 figures, but you owe that on school. And your fiance's teaching, so everything's cool. But you can't help but see him as you go out to eat. In another world on the end of your street, you need water, water from a stone, living water, water from a stone. Manufacturing sorrow and exporting doom. Tomorrow the cancer arrives in your room. The rent you collected will stay in its box. You'll have more to do than just changing the locks. You need water, water from a stone. You need water, water from a stone, living water, water from a stone. We need water, water from a stone. Thank you. All right, the band's going to come out here and help me with a song. Thanks a lot. And are there any questions so far? Okay. I always ask that because my parents were teachers. You know. I hate to admit my parents were teachers now that we know that the teachers in their union have destroyed the economic integrity of the United States. And it's true that they used to get up in the morning and they taught grade school, public school, and they'd get picked up in a limo and go off to school. My mother would put on her furs and go teach first grade. All right, we're going to change ground here. We're going to try a thing called, I wrote this over in the airport in Columbus, as a matter of fact, and it's called I'm Waiting on a Plane. They shut the gate, the inbound's late. There's no one here, I'm trying to get it straight. Ain't going nowhere, I'm waiting on a plane. Flight's been and gone, next one's at dawn. The tarmac's wet, the night drags on and on. I gave up cigarettes, now I'm waiting on a plane. Gone as far as I could go until tomorrow. I'ma swear I'll give back what I owe, everything I stole. Well, I only have to borrow 10 bumpers more of the unknown. The time they say the night drags on and on. It's USA Today, and I'm waiting on a plane. All right. I think of you, the things you do. I'm gone so much, I know you feel it too. I missed your love and touch, but I'm waiting on a plane. I've gone as far as I could go until tomorrow. I swear I'll give back what I owe, everything I stole. Well, I only meant to borrow. I pace the floor and watch the door. The sound of dreams, is that what dreams are for? I'll keep a candle lit, I'm waiting on a plane. I'll keep a candle lit, I'm waiting on a plane. Thank you. All right. All right. There she is. Here we go. We're going to try, me and Julie are going to try to sing this one little story called I'm all dressed up for trial. Put on my old suit and old blue tie, shrugged my head and said goodbye. Today at noon, I'll know the tale. Will I go free or back to jail? And I'm all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for trial. I never hurt nobody else, but no one knows the way I felt. So in the care of a public defender says I should cop a plea, and I'm all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for trial. Well, the DA throws his weight around, they all assume I'm jailhouse bound. I tell the truth if that would help, I'm terrified to be myself. Moved it in to smoke me out. The court says there's no room for doubt. A witness lied, the jury coughed, the judge got scared. She looked too soft, and I'm all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for, all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for trial. My lawyer says there's a railroad down to prison from my side of town. They saw my face and read my skin. Guns will say I'm going in. Now the wheels and gears of justice grind, but justice still gets left behind. So if you see me on the street, your heart don't have to skip a beat, 'cause I'm all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for, all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for, all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for trial. Will now decide who gets judged for real this time. Another court will now decide who gets judged for real this time. Yeah, another court will now decide who gets judged for real this time. And I'm all dressed up, I'm all dressed up for trial. Thank you. Thanks to the band here. Thank you. I know one more song. Man, I remember the first time I ever did a gig in my whole life. I played at a moose hall. We knew like 3 songs, and we played them all night. Inagata-Davida, Them Changes, and Mustang Sally. All right, here I'm going to sing a song. I learned this song when I was about 19, and it's on my new album, so I think I'll play it. And Bob Dylan wrote it when he was about 19. And I see that there's a lot of people here about 19 right now tonight, so here we go. It's a little... See if I can remember how it goes. My parents raised me tenderly, I was their only son. But my mind got mixed with rambling when I was also young. Well, I left my home the first time when I was 12 and 1. I've been a long time coming. I'm gonna be a long time gone. On the western side of Texas, out on the western plains, I was looking for a job of work. They said I was young of age. Well, my eyes, they burned when I heard, go home where you belong. I've been a long time coming. I'm gonna be a long time gone. Well, I remember rambling around with the carnival trains. Different towns and different people, somehow they're all the same. I remember children's faces best, I remember traveling on. I've been a long time coming, I'm gonna be a long time gone. Long time coming, I'm gonna be a long time gone. Well, I once loved a fair young maid, and I ain't too big to tell. If she broke my heart a single time, she broke it 10 or 12. Well, I walked and talked all alone, I didn't tell no one. I've been a long time coming, I'll be a long time gone. Long time coming, babe, I'll be a long time gone. Well, many times by the highway side I tried to flag a ride. With bloodshot eyes and gritting teeth I watched the cars roll by. Well, the empty air hung in my head, I was dreaming all day long. I've been a long time coming, I'm gonna be a long time gone. Well, if you see me on your streets as I go passing through, remember me the way you wish as I go drifting from your view. I ain't got time to think about it, I got too much to get done. I've been a long time coming, I'll be a long time gone. Long time coming, Lord, I'll be a long time gone. Now you can have your beauty, it's skin deep and on the line. And you can have your youth and watch it right before your eyes. Just give to me my tombstone when it clearly comes upon. It was a long time coming, it'll be a long time gone. Thank you.
Peter Case. The latest is Highway 62. Lives out in San Francisco now. You might hear him playing just about anywhere, Mr. Peter Case. It's time for Bob Thompson to play a tune, and he's going to play a classic as he often does. The Limehouse Blues. Say hello to Bob Thompson. Colortones.com, Bob Thompson, the Limehouse Blues. You're listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Philadelphia, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia. From newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at gotowv.com. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. You can connect with Mountain Stage on Facebook, peek behind the scenes on our Tumblr, or our Instagram and Twitter. All of these links are at our website, mountainstage.org. You can also hear Mountain Stage guest performances at NPR Music. The online address there is npr.org/mountainstage. We're going to end this show with the man who is well known as one of the most dynamic live performers around. He's from up in the Northeast, grew up near Northampton and started his career there in Massachusetts. And he since then has traveled the world over, performed all over the USA in about 12 or 13 other countries, singing, writing songs. His latest is an interesting one because he recorded in various areas of the country and did it with different producers in each area. It's called Southwest and Northeast. And wherever he goes, wherever he writes, it's always good. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, along with a very fine band, Mr. Stephen Kellogg.
Wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel. I never will forget your smile. She was fading from view when I met her, and in just a few months she was gone. I had lost my perspective like I often do. I was moving towards something that was moving on. And sometimes she still catches me off guard when the sky's like a silver screen. A girl with the fiddle and a broken string. When the night calls, you could still hear her sing. Wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel. I never will forget your smile. So the kids ask me if we are safe, and it's all I can do to look them in the face. Said maybe we are, maybe we aren't. We've been dealt a good hand, we've been lucky so far. But what else can I truthfully say? Wallpaper angel,
Wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, I never will forget your smile. Ooh, 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 ooh. Fact is this, angel got her wings early, and that still brings a tear to these eyes. It still kills me every time. Wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, I never will forget your smile. Wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, wallpaper angel, I never will forget your smile. I never will forget your smile. I never will forget your smile. Hey.
Thank you so much. It's one of the great joys of being here at Mountain Stage is the company that you get to keep, and seeing these great sets from Peter and Kinky and my dear friend Will Hoge. I'm just so incredibly honored to be back here for the 5th time, and thank you all so much for being here tonight.
The wolf by the ears, the tiger by the tail, the sinking realization that this time you're gonna fail. Is a friend who talks behind your back, puts a bit between your teeth, lets the cat out of the bag. And these things may mean more to me than to you, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it isn't true. True. Roll with the punches, smell the roses. Roll with the punches, smell the roses. Roll with the punches, smell the roses. Comparisons of feeling, a despot and a lie. It'll take away your joy, and the happiest of time will never tell. Space is gonna win, because the prayer is to the saint, but the bet is to the sin. And these things may mean more to me than to you, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it isn't true. True. Roll with the punches, smell the roses. Roll with the punches, smell the roses. Roll with the punches, smell the roses.
Thank you so much. Well, I don't feel I can ever play a show without at least one love song. So I have one love song for anybody that might be here on a date. I want you to get lucky. But this is a song, you know, in the beginning of my songwriting days, I used to write songs about, just meeting, I guess you can edit for content, but what I would call good undies nights, just happy nights, And then as I kept writing, I wrote more about love as I think it actually is, sort of imperfect love. And I wrote this song. I was having a pretty substantial argument with my wife, and she said, "You are such a jerk." So I followed her into the next room, and I said, "Do you think I'm a jerk, or you think I'm just acting like one?" I know nobody here knows what I'm talking about right now. But anyway, she said, "I guess you're just acting like one," to which I said, "Well, cool, we can work on that. See, I can fix this." That's what this is about. She pours a glass of good red wine. "Do you mind?" he says, and does the same. The wedding photo in the hall stares back as strangers from its frame in these familiar rooms where they watch the years go by. Somewhere along the way, they both stop trying and try. And in his mind, he can still see her in that black dress he adored. Her girlfriends all looked up to her, and the men were always floored. She interrupts his daydream with a question of her own. For the first time in a long time, he doesn't feel like he's alone. And she says, "Why did you never take me to Paris or write my name in the stars? Why, when you see that I need it the most, don't you try and take me in your arms, whispering sweet consolations as if the die weren't cast?" He looked surprised and said, "I guess because he never asked." You never asked, you never asked. There's nothing that I can do that could change the past. And in her mind, she can still see him on his graduation day, with a beard and horn-rimmed glasses and a smile that seemed to say, "You'll never want for anything, oh, if you stick close by me." He interrupts her daydream and says, "I know what you mean. But why do you roll your eyes at my stories and the jokes that you used to like? Why do you turn away from me when I lie down beside you at night? And when my confidence is shaking, why don't you build me up from scratch?" She looked surprised and said, "I guess because you never asked." But you never asked, you never asked. There's nothing that we can do that could change the past. So right now I'm asking, do you love me? Right now I'm asking, do you still give a damn? How should I know? Thank God for red wine and an antique kitchen light that lets the shadows dance across the floor and hit both their faces just right. till they're saying, why don't we take a blanket out back and watch the stars from our lawn? We could pretend it's the banks of the sand, laugh at those dumb old stories till just before dawn. Then we'll make it like the first time, or as if it were our last. We'll answer every question we were too afraid to ask, 'cause the answer's always no, if you never dare to ask. Thank you so much. Well, you know, when I started doing this job, I wanted to be Bon Jovi. That was my goal. So we did all right, you know. And you're pretty great, West Virginia. And but I somewhere along the way, I started feeling like I was becoming Raffi for adults. You know, it's just so many songs about my family, but that's just kind of what makes me move. You know, that's what moves me, and I write about what's going on. So I'm going to play you a family song now, but, you know, I think back to that first trip that I made here to Mountain Stage, and the headliner that night had to leave early, so we got kind of thrown into the end spot, but we're so young, we didn't know to be nervous or anything, and we just had a great old time. And it's good to be back here a few years later, and several kids. I've sired several children since then, and a number of us have children now. And so, you know, one of the things about having the kids is you just hope that they know that you're making an effort. And I think even if you don't have kids, it's just you hope the people that you love know that you're trying, and they may not always, but you know, you got to keep trying. So. The way she held my hand and then gave me a faint little smile, like she know that I might be gone for a while. And if you're looking for advice, my dear, I have nothing to say. I am always at a loss for words when you look at me that way. But the bruises keep the breaks at bay. On Father's Day, and the flowers, they did bloom on the day that you were born. Well, they're like diamonds glittering all across all my shores. And if you're looking for advice, my dear, I have nothing to say. I am always at a loss for words when you look at me that way. But the bruises keep the breaks at bay. On Father's Day, but you can make yourself better than me. You are more than just a product of your history, and you're like your mom, little girl. And believe me, that's the best thing in the world. the things that get messed up. And there'll be places that you may not get enough. And some memories you wish you never had. But what won't kill you makes you stronger. And you just tell them you got that from your dad. And if you're looking for advice, my dear, I have nothing to say. I am always at a loss for words when you look at me that way. And I'll always, always love you, no matter what you do. When you're growing up without me, I will always be with you. Must be something in the way that I was raised. And the bruises, they keep the breaks at bay. Yeah, the bruises keep the breaks at bay. On Father's Day. I said a 1, 2, well a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Sometimes you're gonna win, and sometimes you're gonna lose. But you know, in the end, it's all the same to me. Well, sometimes you fall on your head, sometimes your head falls on you. And everyone I know is running around feeling blue. But you know, in the end, there ain't no apology. Yeah. Look out. Monkeys in Madagascar, they'll all have a laugh at you. Your cup holders in your new car, they'll think you're pretty funny too. But you know, in the end, well, it's all a sight to see. warfare gets you. Sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose, but you know, in the end, there ain't no apology. Sammy Getz on the guitar, Zachariah Hickman on the bass, Boots Factor on the drums, Miranda Mulholland on the violin, or fiddle, whatever, sorry. We're going to sing you one more song. This is the only thing about Mountain Stage that's always so quick. It just said, like, I'm having so much fun. I want to stay forever, but I can't. Inner dialogue. We're going to leave you with a song about staying hopeful in the face of darkness, you know, in the face of hard times, and not letting someone put your light out or you put your light out, you know, keeping your hope alive, all right? Gonna choose sunlight, gonna drink wine, I'm bound to win a few fights before my time. Gonna make love now, ain't the future bright? Gonna be the last man standing tonight. Gonna be the last man, gonna be the last man, gonna be the last man standing tonight. Gonna make a difference, gonna speak my mind, even when my nerve fails, even in the dark times. Gonna count the blessings and celebrate the wins. I'm gonna be the last man standing, yeah. All right. Gonna be a good friend, gonna be a family guy, gonna pour my heart out till the day after I die. And when I am an angel looking for a landing, I'm gonna be the last man standing, yeah. Here we go. Gonna be the last man standing tonight. I'm gonna be the last man standing tonight.
Stephen Kellogg. Yes, he is a family man. 4 daughters. Still lives up in Massachusetts. That new CD will be out next year, Southwest and Northeast, on his own label, Mr. Stephen Kellogg. And if he comes your way, he does about 150 shows a year. If he comes your way, go out and see him. He'll definitely make you feel better. We love the families here in West Virginia. We also love telling it like it is, so we try to get it all in one show. Our thanks to Stephen Kellogg. Our thanks to Peter Case, to Kinky Friedman, to Will Hoge, to Miranda Mulholland, and all the folks they brought with them. Thanks so much to you folks here at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston for coming to see us live. And special thanks, as always, to you listening there on the radio, because without you, there would be no Mountain Stage. Next week, it's an encore show featuring St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Junior Brown, Catherine Russell, Amy LaVere, and Marty Jones, along with Don Dixon. We're going to end it up with a Willie Nelson song that he sold for $150 way back when he needed money. He sold it to a man named Paul Buskirk, who was a West Virginian living in Texas. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasily Skouras. Assistant producers Joni Deutsch. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Our web producer is Josh Saul. We have production assistants from Michael Lipton, Joy Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotion is coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music and Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. When the evening sun goes down, you will find me hanging round. Oh, the light, it ain't no good light, but it's my life. Peter Case now.
Well, many people are just like me. Oh yeah, they're just dreaming of old time used to be. But that night life, it ain't no good life, but it turns out to be my life.
Come on, Julius, sing this bridge. Listen to the blues that they're playing. Listen what the blues are saying. Come on, Kiki. Life is just another scene in this old world, a broken dream. Oh, the nightlife, it ain't no good life, but it's my life. Bob Thompson. Take it over, Ryan. Need a little fiddle there, Miranda. Michael Lipton, take it on. Let's hear old Sam here on the steel guitar. Come on, Ron. Let's go back to the top. Let Stephen Kellogg sing that first verse.
When the evening sun goes down, you will find me just hanging around. Oh, the nightlife, it ain't no good life, but it's my life.
Will Hoge gonna sing it for us now.
Just like me, are dreaming of old used to be. Yeah, the nightlife ain't no good life. Oh, but it's my life.
Come on, Julie. Well, listen to the blues at the playing. Why don't you listen what the blues is saying? Everybody. Life is just, everybody now, another scene in this old world of broken dreams. Oh, the nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life. Yeah, the nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey & Glasser and by the West Virginia Division of Tourism. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting. This is NPR.